Welcome to Lubbock ISD High School basketball. I'm Grant McCall.
And I'm Hannah Gilchrist. Tonight, Estacado High School takes on the Dallas Kimball Knights to see who will punch their ticket to state.
Estacado is ranked number 5 in the state, but they face a tough opponent in Kimball, who is ranked number 1.
On Friday, the Matadors beat Decatur 83-71. This was a big win because Decatur beat the Mats in the same matchup last year. Now they're in the state semifinals for the first time since 2012.
Kimball knocked off rival Carter High School Friday with a score of 68-35. Kimball is a 7-time state champion, and they've competed against some of the state's top teams, including a 1-point win over 6A Duncanville. So it's going to be a battle tonight.
Our dedicated Lubbock ISD TV crew is bringing you the game live here on our Lubbock ISD TV YouTube channel.
Yes, and at the same time, 16 of our Lubbock ISD TV students are wrapping up a competition at the Student Television Network in Tampa, Florida. But as they say, the show must go on.
David Thetford and Coach Randy Dean are calling tonight's game.
Thanks for watching high school basketball on Lubbock ISD TV.
The following is a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.
Legacy High School Arena, beautiful facility here. By the way, those of you listening by the radio, this is streaming. The radio broadcast is streaming on Lubbock ISD YouTube as well. And you can get on your phone or computer and get the stream there. But it is the radio broadcast. We appreciate Lubbock ISD TV 12 being here, keeping us set up and ready to go here tonight. And if we have trouble with our radio signal, we'll switch just to YouTube. So far, so good. But the cell service in this building is not very good. All right, let's meet the starting lineups. First off, for the Estacado Matadors, number 5 ranked in the last TABC poll. They'll start number 3, a 6'2 sophomore, Shakur Wilburn. He leads the team in scoring at 19.2 points a ball game. Number 10, a 6'3 senior, Moses Stevenson. He averages 15.1 points, 5.1 rebounds. Number 20 is Bobby Ross. He's a 6'3 senior, and he's averaging about 8 points a game and about 5 rebounds a game. Number 23, a 6'3 senior, Armand Ward. He is averaging 10.2 points, 4 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and 1.8 steals. He was 5 for 5, I think, from 3 in the last ball game. And Cameron Sherman is the last starter, number 35. He's a 5'11 senior, averaging 4 rebounds a ball game, 3.2 points. For the Dallas Kimball Knights, they will start number 0. 6'2 junior, it's Caden Gray. He's averaging 3.3 assists, 9.5 points a ball game. Number 2 is Jalen Dean Vines. He's averaging 15.2 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 2.6 steals. Number 14 is Rylan Austin. He is averaging 4.7 points. He's a 5'9 sophomore. Lance Carr is number 15. He's a 6'6 senior. He's averaging 11.7 and 5 rebounds. Number 23 is Jalen Hancock. He is 6'3" junior, averaging 11.4 points a ball game, and we are underway. Dallas Kimball came up with the tip to begin the ball game. They got it around to the left. Inside they go, back up top. Here's a three from up top. It's good, up and in. To start the ball game by Caden Gray.
Overload set, dumped it down inside, and then a kick back out there to Caden Gray. Defense was out off of him just a little bit. He let it fly and ripped it.
Bobby Ross up top near the center circle. He's going to drive down the right side, put it up, no good. Rebound offside by Cam Sherman. He lost it. Ball ahead. Now the pass up the floor going to be over the head and out of bounds. Tried to get it down the floor to Jalen Hancock, and he kind of tripped up at half court.
Tangled up there with Shakir Wilbon, and no call on the open floor.
Pressure.
Back to Estacado.
Pressure in the backcourt. Estacado gets it up, and a foul going to be called as they got it across the timeline, and Caden Gray is going to be called for the personal foul. 3-0, Estacado trails here in the early going, first minute of the ball game. Way out on the floor, go over to Bobby Ross on the right-hand side, outside of the elbow, left-hand side, they pass it. Cam Sherman with the basketball, back over that. Here's Stevenson for three, off the rim, no good. Up high to get the rebound is the 6'6" Lance Carr. Kimball brings it up, dribbles across from the right to the left, pitches over here to the new man, now left. Here's another three from the outside, off the rim, off the backboard, and no good. Rebound to Estacado. Cam Sherman came away with it. Double team at half court. Up the floor to Stevenson. They're going to try to trap him again. Gets it over the top to Sherman on the right wing, looking back up top with the basketball. That's Shakir Wilbon with it. He'll dribble to the right, get all the way to the baseline, scoop it up, rolls out of there. That was almost down and popped out.
Great move by Wilbon to protect the ball and get it to the rim.
There's a drive, and it's going to be a charge going to be called. Good job by Cam Sherman. Got over in the way on the lane and picked up the charge on number 14, Rylan Austin.
Austin thought he had a path to the basket. You're going to see it here. Just a nice job stepping over and got there just in enough time to draw that charge and foul.
Coach Tony Wagner up coaching, trying to help his team get the ball to get up against this press. Sherman dribbling right, going to shoot it up, no good. Rebound underneath by Kimball, going quickly the other direction, left-hand side of the baseline. Back up top they go. Shot from up there, going to be good. Number 2, that's Jalen Dean Vines with a three, and it's 6-0. Kimball with the early lead on 2 threes.
Part of the challenge for Estacado. This Kimball team is every bit as athletic and quick on the defensive end, challenging every shot.
Bobby Ross tried to put it back up after the miss by Stevenson, and now saved on the far side, but out of bounds first. Let's see, he's missed it. He's going to turn it around and go the other way to Kimball. Estacado has not been able to get anything in there. Tony Wagner in his 17th year. Jose Perez, Kevon Hargrove, Jay January are his assistants. Underneath the basket, wide open. Looked offside, diagonal pass, and got the ball to Jalen Dean Vines for 2.
A little back screen right at the elbow on the weak side of the floor, and rubbed completely clean.
Shakir Wilbon with the dribble. Man-to-man defense. Gonna be a 5-second call. I guess you can just talk to them or whatever you want to do. Timeout gonna be called on the floor. There'll be a full timeout. 5:14 to go. It is 8-0. Kimball on top of Estacado here on the Texas Sports Marketing Radio Network. Basketball dribbling it up, gives it outside of the right-hand wing. Going to drive toward the basket. Pull up from about 10. Shoot it up, no good. Rebound, Cam Sherman for Estacado.
Good defense by Sherman right there, contesting that shot.
Sherman goes by, tries to bounce it underneath, knocked away, gets it back. Passes it up top. There's the ball. A three on the way, no good. Rebound, Bobby Ross puts it back up, no good. Rebound taken away by Kimball.
Matadors just rushing things, especially inside. They need a bucket to go down to settle into this ball game.
Up top with the basketball, out to Jalen Hancock out on the left-hand wing, way back up top. They swing it around to the right. Here's another long three from the outside, rolls around and goes in. Jalen Dean Vines with another three. He's got 8 points of the 11. Now stolen away and out of bounds on the outside by Jalen Dean Vines, but he stepped on the sideline.
Last three-pointer by Dean Vines. He caught it way out next to the sideline, took one bounce towards the three-point line, and then rose up to shoot it. I think the defense is not expecting him to let one go from quite that deep.
Right-hand side, they go out to Cameron Sherman with the basketball. Back up top, just in the ball game is Kendrion Coleman, a 6'1 senior for the Matadors. Here's Shakira Wilbon, long three. He hit it!
Good set that time by Estacado. A couple of ball reversals and got Wilbon there in motion to step into that shot. Very smooth. Good time for him to make their first points.
11-3 the score. First time Wilbon's been able to get a good look. And he put it in. He's a great shooter. Outside, long three this time, off the back of the rim. Long rebound to the Matadors. Coming up with it is Armand Ward. He'll dribble up. He's going to shoot a three, and he's going to hit it. Back-to-back threes for Estacado. It's 11-6.
Big time answer by Estacado. Last two possessions with a stop in between.
Kimball going to walk it up across the timeline. Out front with it's Caden Gray, the point guard. They go 1-4 across the free throw line. Give it up top to the high post. Maury Wickware with it. Now back to Caden Gray on the left-hand side dribbling. He'll lob it over the top, knocked away, taken away. Great defense by Wilbon. Ahead, gets it to Wilbon. Dribbles to the baseline, reversing back and forth. Tries to go baseline, cut off there. Now drive in by Cam Sherman. Here's a pass inside. Shot is up by Kendrick Coleman. No good, but he tips it back up and in. And the Matadors on a run. It's 11-8 now.
Great job sticking with it right there by Coleman.
Here's a throw up top and a two-handed slam. Lance Carr, the 6'6" senior, with a slam dunk two. Moses Stevenson drives down the lane, scoops it up, can't get it to go. Cam Sherman, he's getting the rebounds, coach. He'll get it back. Wilbon gonna fake and now fall away. Shot up and no good. Rebound taken away by Kimball. Hey guys. There's a right-hand side, another slam try, no good. Ball's loose on the floor. Matador's gonna come up with it. Coleman's got it, gets it away to Cam Sherman. He'll dribble the ball up the floor. Outside right side. Double team. Stepping through, timeout going to be called. 30-second timeout going to be called by Coach Tony Wagner. What do you think, Coach?
Well, it's Estacado. You can tell that first basket going in gave them a big boost in confidence. You see just a difference in their demeanor. All of a sudden now they're competing a lot harder, and they got themselves back into the ball game. That's good to see, and you just knew they needed to kind of get their feet down on the ground and then they'd be okay, and they have found that kind of that rhythm a little bit now.
13-8 the score. The Matadors trailing, but they put together a good run here lately. You look at the back of Stevenson there. There's Wilbon, number 3, is a great shooter. And also new in the ball game is going to be number 1, Andre Langston, the 6'1 sophomore. It'll be a tough game to come in as a sophomore. I'm telling you.
They're getting thrown into the fire, huh?
They got a couple of new players in too. Is number 14 Ryland Austin back in the ball game, and number 22 Raphael Smith dribbling up top. Kendrion Coleman, he'll dribble by, pull up, shoot it up, no good. Rebound taken away by Kimball. Coming away with it is Caden Gray. Driving into the lane, still driving, scoops it up, going to be called for traveling. That's number 2, Jalen Dean Vines. Here comes Langston dribbling the ball up the floor. He'll reverse out of there. Gets it across. They pass it over to Armand Ward. He'll go by, get stepped by, shoots it up, no good. Boy, the Matadors have gotten their coach. They just can't finish them.
Well, Kimball's there to challenge. That's one thing. They are getting to the rim, which is a good thing, and I think they get a little more settled into the game. Some of these may go down, but Kimball is definitely there to throw a good challenge at the rim.
Outside with the basketball, wing on the left-hand side, way back out near the center circle. They pass it right-hand side to Rylan Austin. Man-to-man defense for the Matadors in royal blue. Red and blue are the colors of Kimball as well. Now they're running it down. 36 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Jalen Dean Vines going to shoot it up and hit another 3.
They turn that into a clear out here on the offensive left side, and he rises up, makes a 3-pointer. He's got a good hot start going for Kimball.
Langston dribbling, gives it over to Stevenson. He'll dribble down the lane, knocked away, goes to Kimball. Back the other way, they're all alone. Here's going to be a slam dunk by Jalen Hancock. Shakur Wilbon, corner 3, it's good. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. 18-11, Kimball with the lead on Estacado. Quarter 2 coming up on the Texas Sports Marketing Radio Network and Lubbock ISD TV, YouTube. Star Falls, Texas, Legacy High School here, Legacy Arena, 18-11 at the end of 1. Kimball with the lead on Estacado. The Matadors get the ball to start here in the second quarter. Across the timeline, Langston don't seem to be bothered at all by the pressure. Outside to Stevenson, he'll dribble once, now pick it up. Get it away to Ward, knocked away from behind by him, stolen away, knocked away by Langston, but they keep it. Right-hand side, 3-ball up, and, it's a 2. 2 points for Jalen Hancock.
14 that time. Rylan Austin made the play to steal and maintain possession, kick it ahead for that long 2-pointer.
Armand Ward missed the 3, but he gets the rebound back. Now it's tipped around and a break the other way for the Knights. Shot is up and no good. Rebound tipped around, going to go out of bounds off of Kimball.
If you watch this game on YouTube, you'll see that this Kimball team, they have the ability to D you up on the other end. They are really putting a lot of pressure on the Matadors, and Estacado's got to kind of just survive, sustain it a little bit, get some shots to go down.
Langston goes by into the lane, scoops it up for Bobby Ross. He can't catch it. The ball's tipped to the outside, and now stepping out of bounds is Jalen Hancock, trying to save it for Kimball. Now in the ball game, Maury Wickware checking in. 6'6" sophomore. Bobby Ross going out of the game. Coach Wagner getting on him a little bit, but catch the ball.
Bobby's had a couple of chances, really, and right there was another one. That time would have been a catch and shot opportunity. He's had a couple of rebounds, opportunity putbacks.
Up top, here's Ward. He puts it in again. Armand Ward, another 3.
There's a perfect example right there of surviving the pressure. They had a trap over here right on the sideline and able to get out of it and then a wide open shooter and knock down the shots. That's the way Estacado's going to have to play this game.
Caden Gray up top, just dribbling. Now passes right-hand side to Rylan Austin. They want to go to the corner, it looks like. Nope, they're going to bring it back up top, give it away to Caden Gray again, calling out the play. Coach Smith here calling out the play right in front of us. Gives it right-hand side, knocked away by Stevenson. Moses Stevenson, good defense right there on Maury Wickware. He may try to drive here. He'll get in the lane, pass it over the far side, almost out of bounds. Driving baseline, now back underneath. They'll get it underneath for the two. And the basket is up and in by Lance Carr.
That was a great pass by Wickware. Looked like he had the opportunity to go up and score it himself, and instead turned it into a lob to Lance Carr, who made a heck of a catch. You're going to see it right here, the finish of it. And that's a pretty impressive finish right there. Is Ryan Robinson on the foul.
Made the free throw as well. 5 points now for Lance Carr. Ryan Robinson's in the ball game, number 24 for the Matadors. Up top, long three by Stevenson. He ripped it. Moses Stevenson for three.
That time Kimball didn't get matched up, and a good job of Stevenson passing it and getting it right back, so he had a rhythm three, and he knocks it down. Estacado, majority of the points coming from the three-point line, but that's fine as long as you're making them.
23-17 now. Kimball on top with the basketball up top, dribbling. Now going to pull up and just fire it up. No good. Long off the backboard. Langston got the rebound. Ahead to Stevenson. Matadors are running. Stevenson lays it up and in. Goes right by the defense. Laid it up with the right hand. 4-point ball game. 23-19. Kimball slowing it down. They get it down on the baseline. Scoop pass inside, almost stolen. Here's a shot up, going to be short, and a late whistle, going to be a foul, it looks like. It's going to be on Moses Stevenson, his first.
Coach Wagner's calling for a 3-second in the lane call. Probably not going to get that, and it definitely was a foul on the shot. But Coach Wag is right. He was in the lane a long time.
Wickware rattles home the first free throw. It's his first point of the game. (24-19), 5:04 to go in the first half. Second free throw in and out, no good. Rebound by Robinson for Estacado. Langston dribbles the ball up. Gets it to Ward, outside left side, drives in the lane, going to be called for traveling. Took an extra step there. Trying to clear himself for a shot.
Yeah, they would get past that initial pressure out on the wing, but then I think maybe a little indecisive about what he wanted to do with it from there.
Full court press now by Estacado. In the backcourt, Maury Wickware gives it over to Jalen Dean Vines. They do walk it up and take their time getting the ball set up, getting people where they want them. Jalen Dean Vines way out on the floor, going to get a high screen. Now dribbles to the head of the circle, lost control of it. Pressure from Robinson, almost went out of bounds. Now Hancock going to drive inside, throw it across, gets it underneath, up and in by number 4, Maury Wickware. Stevenson with the basketball up top, gets it away, Wilbon with it. Going to reverse out of there, scoop it up, block, going to be goaltending.
Good strong move there by Wilbon, taking it from the top of the key and attacking the basket. A little scoop shot up on the backboard, touched the backboard first before the block got there, which is why the goaltend was called.
26-19, here's the ball almost stolen by Stevenson. Driving in, pulling it up from 15, no good. Rebound by Wickware, he'll turn around and put it in.
See a little bit of that size paying off there for Kimball. 6'6" Wickware getting that weak side rebound.
Stevenson pulls up from just around the free throw line. Too long on that one. Ball loose, and Kimball threw it away. Now Estacado trying to keep it. Outside they go. Here's a three up, and good. Armand Ward. That guy is a dead-eye shooter, I will tell you. He's 3 for 3 tonight, Coach. I think he was 5 for 5 in the last game from 3.
He has been on a roll of late, and they're going to go full timeout.
Going to go full timeout, 28-24. the Dallas Kimball Knights in front of the Estacado Matadors. You're listening to Estacado Basketball on the Texas Sports Marketing Radio Network and Lubbock ISD TV YouTube. Trap, a little zone trap here. They get it down the floor up to the high post, going to catch it, turn around and shoot it, and put it in. You wish they couldn't shoot very good, but they're so far showing they shoot really good, do the Knights.
Not surprised by the half-court trap either.
Wilburn shoots it up, hits the side of the backboard, gets it back. They swing it around. Ward again, another three. He made another one.
Tell you what, it is impressive what he's done these last 2 games behind the stripe.
He has missed one tonight. I think it's 4 or 5 tonight from the three. It's a 3-point ball game, 30-27. Half-court trap. Kimball able to get it, gets it right. 3 balls up on the way and in. Jalen Hancock.
They know what they want to do against this half-court trap. Basically going into a domino set and getting the ball in the center, kick it to the backside. That time resulted in a 3-pointer. Previous time resulted in a free throw line jump shot.
Langston dribbling, has it knocked away and stolen away. Now a foul going to be called in the backcourt on Robinson.
And that time Langston may have been guilty of dribbling a little too much right there. And he's handled it well. He's done a great job, but quick hands in there by Wickware, gets a piece of it and comes up with a steal before Robinson fouls.
33-27. Bobby Ross set to come back into the ball game. They need his strength in the underneath the basket. Up with the basketball, Caden Gray, kick it back out. Left-hand side, down on the low post. Robinson, tough defense, but not enough as Maury Wickware makes another. He's got seven points in the quarter.
Called play right there, just a dump down to him in the low post. Let him try to take advantage of the size.
Here's Langston all the way to the basket, block going in, and that's the problem. You get by them, and there's big people waiting on you.
Lance Carr came a long ways that time. Ooh, close to the back court. Referee wasn't even looking at it, but close.
35-27 now, 1:35 left to go. Stolen away. Here's Wilbon ahead of the pack. He's going to step through, shoot it up, no good. Put up and in by Stevenson. There's going to be a foul before the basket. And the foul is going to be on Maury Wickware.
Great defense down on the other end by Stevenson to get that ball away from Wickware, leading to this fast break opportunity. Wilbon gets a couple of free throws, result out of it.
Outstanding shooter. Great free throw shooter as well. Puts it in, nothing but net. Coming back in is Ryland Austin for Caden Gray. And back in for the Matadors comes Bobby Ross, number 20. Somebody else came in on the, nope, is that it?
Coleman is in. I don't believe he was in previously.
Yeah. Next one's good. 10 points now for Wilbon. Here's another quick three on the outside, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound taken away by Wilbon. He'll dribble the ball up, getting pressure, passes the ball up. He'll get it down the floor. Driving inside, going to get it to Bobby Ross. He's fouled underneath, and he'll go to the free throw line. Nice job of handling the press by the Matadors. Who's that on?
15.
Lance Carr.
Wilbon did a great job that time. You said it. seeing the press coming at it and just backed up to regroup and allowed the Estacado to get in position. Then they attack down the floor. Ross makes his first free throw.
Ross has really been a force lately for the Matadors. He's played extremely well in the playoffs. They need him tonight. They need his bulk and strength in the lane. Made them both. First 2 points for Bobby Ross. 35-31, 4-point ball game. Kimball on top. Dribbling up top is Rylan Austin. They get it left-hand side out on the outside to Jalen Hancock. 1 minute to go here in the first half of the ball game. They're very deliberate for a team that's as athletic as they are, Coach. There's a drive into the lane, pump fake. That's a walk. Yeah, he traveled. Coach Wagner liked that one.
Good defense, staying right in front of him, gave him no place to go. You said Armand Ward right there. He tried to play a little bully ball right there, and Ward didn't back down.
He blocked the shot anyway as he was stumbling. Not much pressure up the floor. They're going to fall out of it and get back on defense, are the Knots. Armand Ward with the basketball. Passes outside right side to Kendrion Coleman. He'll pass it up top, reach in, take away. Took it away from Stevenson, going down the floor, in and out, no good. Follow shot going to be up and in by Jalen Dean Vines.
He stayed with it right there. Probably got bumped on the first shot, no call. Stays with it, and they get the bucket out of it anyway.
Kendrion Coleman with the basketball, gives it up. Wilbon with it. He'll drive in the lane, scoop it up. No good. Rebound tipped around, going to go out of bounds. It'll be Estacado basketball.
I tell you what, that Lance Carr back there on the back end of it, he makes you adjust things around the rim. Great leaper.
Get him out of there, bring him up to the high post. But he covers a lot of ground. Coleman inbounds it, bounces it to Bobby Ross. He's double teamed down to the baseline, blocked inside. Rebound taken away by Kimball. Down the floor they come. Jalen Dean Vines across the way. At the buzzer, they're going to count it.
I believe they are.
They're talking, the officials are talking.
Unselfish play you see right here out of Kimball. Number 2, Jalen Dean Vines, that made that dump across right there to 15. Lance Carr, he's going to get the bucket and the foul. And we put .2 back on the clock.
And the foul was on Moses Stevenson, his second. 0.2 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, tough break right there for Estacado to give up 3 points, possibly 3 points right here. It's going to be the last 5 of the half after they had battled it back, got it to 4 points.
Lance Carr at the line, he missed it. Estacado got the rebound, but there's the horn or the whistle. And that's going to do it here in the first half of the ball game. 39-31. Well, Coach, you've been in these situations many times, and as you're the coach of the Estacado Matadors. Tony Wagner, I know he's got a great plan and had a great plan coming in here, but as you're going to the locker room, you're talking to your guys, what are you telling them?
I think the big thing is to say, hey, we're right in the game. We're right there to take away, especially the last 4 points of the half. And we took we took a shot right at the beginning of the game. They came out and played real well. Estacado was a little bit shaky in that early going of the game, but they've settled in now and played and got themselves in the game. And that's a big thing, I think, is convince the team that they're right there. And come out and get a couple of stops to start the second half with a couple of buckets. And it's game on. Put the pressure on Kimball as much as you can.
All right, halftime here. We'll take a break, come back with more numbers for you, so stay tuned. 39-31, Kimball over Estacado here at halftime on the Texas Sports Marketing Radio Network and Lubbock ISD YouTube. Wichita Falls, Texas. David Thetford along with Coach Randy Dean here at Legacy High School, the home of the Leopards. And look at the scoring in the first half. First off for the Matadors, 10 points for Shakur Wilbon. He had 2 threes. 2 points for Kendrion Coleman on a putback under the basket. Moses Stevenson with 5. He had a 3-point basket. Bobby Ross with 2 free throws for his points. And Armand Ward had 12 points in the first half. He is an absolutely amazing shooter for the Matadors. He and Wilbon both. 8 points for Caden Gray, 15 for Jalen Dean Vines. He's a tough handle for the Matadors because he's 6'5" and a senior and a good shooter. He can drive. 7 points for Mario Wickware. He's 6'6". 2, 4, 6, 7 points for Lance Carr, but he's been a force on defense under the basket. And 7 points for Jalen Hancock, Coach.
Like I said, big thing for Estacado was just the belief that you're in the game, and it's like going to be on defense to start with right here. And you'd like to come out and used to talk a lot about 2 scores and a stop, and try to score back to back and then get a stop in between them. Estacado needs to start with a stop and then a score on the other side of it. And like I said, just continue to build your belief that you belong in the game.
Going to be Kimball basketball to begin here in the third quarter. They'll give it in the backcourt to Rylan Austin. Up the floor to Caden Gray. In the corner they go. Back to Austin, back to Gray. Pass up top. That's Hancock with the basketball. Now they'll go with 3 across. Now they'll go 1-4 up at the free throw line. Caden Gray with it. Good defense by the Matadors. Driving on the outside, cut off by Sherman. Here's a 3 from the outside, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around, and Kimball keeps it up top with the basketball. Dean Vines, he'll drive to the baseline, put it off the glass and in.
I'll tell you what, the way they attack that offensive board right there, 3 of them just jump as high as they can and try to tip it and then regain it on the second tap. And they did that, fell right to the wrong guy. Dean Vines, he finishes it with a drive to the rim.
Here's Wilbon for 3. He'll put it in. Once again, Shakur Wilbon for 3. He's got 13 points.
A confident shot right there. Defense was on him, and he just rose up over the top and let it fly.
41-34 the score. Those of you watching on YouTube, you're probably thinking, how come he keeps telling us this stuff? There's a drive, going to be a charge, and it's going to be against number 2, Jalen Dean Vines.
That's Cameron Sherman over there sliding in again and establishing that position. You're going to see it. I think it's a great call.
He got there in plenty of time. First foul on Dean Vines. Dribbling up top. Gives the ball on the right side. Wilbon way out on the floor. He'll drive into the lane, down the lane, spin around in the lane, shoot it up, no good. Rebound to the outside, taken away by Kimball. Lance Carr with the rebound. Drive to the right-hand side. A little one-footed shot up and in by number 14, Rylan Austin. His first 2 points.
That's the first shot he's put up right there as well, and did it in transition.
Here's a drive underneath, blocked again. Bobby Ross there to follow it up and in.
That's what Ross has got to do right there. Lance Carr came over again and blocked another shot, got a little tip on it, but Ross following it to the rim, able to pick it up and finish it off with a bucket.
Ball up top, Dean Vines driving in, going to be blocked underneath, but follow. Stevenson got a block. But Lance Carr with the follow shot, he's got 9 points. Drive by Stevenson.
No block out on the weak side. And Carr just had a free run right there. Flushed it.
Back to Stevenson in the left corner. He'll dribble into the lane. Hesitate, pull up, shoot it up, no good. Rebound by Wilburn. Knocked out of bounds by Lance Carr once again. Another block. Coming into the game for Estacado, Kendrion Coleman. He takes out Moses Stevenson for the Matadors. Bounce, here's a give. Thought Cam was going to take the shot there, didn't. Now double team in the corner, driving on the baseline, inside. Little runners up, no good. Tip to the outside, and Lance Carr has it for Kimball. Up the floor, pushing, gives it on the outside to Austin. Long three, up and in.
I wish he hadn't made the first one. He kind of acted like he ought to make that next one too.
Armand Ward in the backcourt. Now it's Austin covering him. Gives it outside on the left-hand side to Coleman. Dribbling against Gray. He'll go all the way to the far side on the dribble. Gives it inside. Could have thrown it underneath. Bobby Ross decided to shoot it and had to eat it. Armand Ward inside. Outside. Here's another three. Up and no good. Way short. Rebound taken away by Estacado. Dribbling up the floor is Wilbon all the way to the left side. Pulls up, shoots it up. No good. Rebound Ross. Blocked out of there again by Carr.
Same guy, man. Carr got up there that time and swatted away with Bobby Ross.
I think he'll jump if you fake. I'm pretty sure.
I think you're right about that, but it's just hard. You hadn't had to do that to anybody most near all year long.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, hey, just pump fake him tonight.
Yeah, just call timeout and tell him that. I'm sure coach has talked about that. Up top with the basketball, Dean Vines with it. He has 17 points in the game. Going to drive against Ross behind the back dribble. Ross with a great contest there, but a long rebound. Going to be controlled by Kimball. In the corner they go to Rylan Austin. He'll drive underneath. Pass it all the way across the right corner. Shot is up and no good. Long rebound. Controlled by Lance Carr. 6-6 helps. Now they'll dribble across with Caden Gray. Go to the left-hand side. Not going to throw it to Hancock. Hancock's mad at him for not throwing it to him. High screen going to be called. Dribbling, driving inside, bouncing the baseline. Kick back out. Here's another three up. This was no good. Rebound again by Carr, and he's fouled. On the floor, they say. It's going to be Coleman, I believe, with the foul.
It's tough. Coleman's down there, the guy that has the assignment, nearly that whole possession. And he's just giving up a lot of size. Kendron Coleman listed at just 6'1". And we talked about Lance Carr, 6'6", but man, he can just absolutely jump over the moon as well. And he cleaned up the offensive boards. I think he had 3 on this possession so far.
Here's a lob underneath, caught by Carr. He'll spin in the lane, shoot it up, foul. Ryan Robinson back in the ball game, number 24. Kamari Jones, number 12, into the ball game for the first time. Foul's going to be on Wilbon, his first.
Wilbon on the reach in right there. This time Carr is going to get a couple of free throws out of it.
Kamari Jones, a 5'11 senior, wears number 12, and up with it and in is Lance Carr. 10 points now for Carr in the ball game, and not that many blocks on defense. Short on the next one, rebound pulled down by Robinson. He'll dribble it up, going to give it to Coleman. Goes up the floor on the left-hand side. Dribbling inside, pump fake. They did, there it is, coach. They pump faked him and got him up and got the foul. Foul's going to be on number 14, Rylan Austin.
See it right here, Coleman attacking, covers up the ball, and then that shot fake gets him up in the air. And then a nice job of throwing his body in there to create that contact, not make the free throws.
49-36, first one's up and good. Mario Wickware back in the ball game, number 4, and also number 22 in the game, Raphael Smith. One more shot coming for Coleman. 2:44 to go in the third quarter, 49-37. Kimball on top. Now it's 49-38. Press up the floor by the Matadors. Can't find anybody. Finally gets it in. Coming back to help him was Raphael Smith. Ball up the floor to Caden Gray. Kick it down the floor. Driving in. Going to be another charge.
Kamari Jones stepped in there that time, did a great job. Bigger player coming at him, and he didn't care. Watch this step right over there on the baseline, take it right in the chest. That's a big play. Estacado needs to put some stops together, and right there is a good one to start with.
Coleman with the basketball, dribbles it up, gets a screen from Robinson that goes away from it. Over to Robinson. He'll put the ball on the floor, looking for somebody. Can't find anybody. Now back up top, they go to Coleman on the left side. 2:14 to go in the third. Dribbling down the floor is Coleman, spinning in the lane, has it all the way underneath and puts it in. How about that from Coleman?
It's a good job competing right there. They've done a good job so far matching Wilburn to try to take him out of the game a little bit. Coleman answering the bell for the last 4 points.
Pass, here's Hancock in the lane. He'll shoot it up, in and out, no good. Rebound underneath. Put back, a foul going to be called against the Matadors.
You want to see that last basket by Coleman. Lost the ball just a little bit, stayed with it. Nice job stepping through the defense right there to get that lay in.
Fouls on number 23, Armand Ward. At the line now is Raphael Smith. He has not scored in the ball game. Hadn't played a lot so far. Free throws up and perfect.
You see one of the challenges right there. Like you said, he hasn't played very much, but showed his athleticism just going in there and cleaning that offensive board again. Being aggressive, knowing his time's not going to be long, but to go in and play hard and come up with a big rebound.
Made them both.
Cashes in the 2 free throws.
11-point lead, 51-40. Those of you watching on YouTube, this is also on the radio, so we give a little bit more description than you probably need. Coleman drives into the lane, bounces the backdoor cut, out of bounds. Kamari Jones could not get to it.
The right idea right there, overplayed in the corner to go back doors, led him a little too much towards the basket.
Long pass up the floor to Hancock. He catches it over his shoulder, lays it up and in. Everybody was up, pressuring hard for the Matadors, and Hancock just went deep. Kamari Jones dribbling the basketball out near the timeline, gets it across, almost lost it, and he does lose it now. It goes in the backcourt.
Some of the depth of Estacado really getting thrown into the fire here and making it tough for the Matadors. Out there, it's a lot of pressure right at the half-court line. Kamari Jones lost possession of it, got an over and back call. Coach Wagner goes back to his, basically the starters back in the game here. Try to answer to get into the fourth quarter with a chance.
Andre Langston back in, but he did a good job of handling the ball while he was in there earlier. Here's a drive, kick out to the wing on the right-hand side. Hancock with the basketball. He'll dribble it back out long, gonna lob it over the top. Help coming, but couldn't get there in time and just too strong inside for Maury Wickware.
They cleared out the backside. Defense went front position and able to lob over the top. And then his jumping ability, he cleared all the Matadors and then able to lay it in on the second jump.
Here's Wilbon way outside. 45 seconds to go in the third. 55-40, biggest lead of the game for Kimball. Here's Wilbon, pull up, jumping from the right elbow, up and in.
Wilbon continuing to show what an outstanding player he is. That's another great looking shot right there. Elevation, gets the jump shot to go.
He's just a sophomore. Outside on the right is Gray. Covering out on him is Armand Ward. Screen coming. Still dribbling the basketball. That was almost a 5-second count. Over the right-hand side with the basketball. Now Dean Vines with it. His name is Jalen Dean Vines. Driving, turnaround shot, up, no good. Rebound at the buzzer by Estacado, but that'll do it for the third quarter, 55-42. Dallas Kimball with the lead on Estacado here as we go to the fourth quarter with the Estacado Matadors on the Texas Sports Marketing Radio Network and Lubbock ISD YouTube. Matadors will have it to begin. They trail 55-42. Langston with the basketball, back and forth. He'll pull up and shoot a three off the left-hand side of the rim. Rebound to Hancock for Kimball, pushing up the floor. Caden Gray all the way down the lane, shoots it up. Foul going to be called. He did walk, but I think he stepped on the foot as well.
Look at Andre Langston, so he tripped him as he was heading to the basket.
Here it is, we'll see it. Yeah, he stepped on Langston's foot, and Langston's called for the foul.
The bump out there probably could have been called on the floor as much as a shooting foul. Actually, first contact was out on the floor.
Caden Gray makes the first free throw. He's got 4 points in the game now. Coach Tony Wagner. What a coach he's been for the Estacado Matadors. What a career. That is 500th win this year. Next free throw, no good. Rebound going to be tipped out of bounds by Jalen Dean Vines. The Estacado ball. Coach Nick Smith, he's out on the floor pretty far.
He works, I'll tell you that.
He does work it.
Into the game.
56-42. Langston up top with the basketball, kicks left. Here's Armand Ward, three up and no good. Tipped. Matadors keep it. Coleman passes it right-hand side. Here's Shakur Wilbon, shoots it up, no good. Kendrion Coleman almost got the tip in. He's a good jumper, Coleman is. Now he hustles back. Now blocked from behind by Stevenson, but it goes to Coleman, and he's standing out of bounds.
A heck of a pass coming down the floor right there, but even better recovery to get that block. We're going to see it right here on, as we look at it on TV. That's Dean Vines on the pass. Moses Stevenson recovering over there and blocks that shot.
Right-hand shot, going to be a three, air ball. Ball's loose. It's going to be Estacado basketball.
Great job right there by Andre Langston, battling on that rebound and able to throw it off of the Kimball player right before it went out of bounds.
No pressure up the floor. Matadors dribble it. Langston on the left-hand side at the guard spot. He'll bounce it out, give it all the way across the floor to Shakur Wilbon. Inside Coleman. He'll take it inside. Pump fake, no good. Rebound Stevenson. He put it in. Moses Stevenson with a rebound and put back.
I showed the quick jumper he is right there. He got that rebound and right back up before the shot blockers could get to him.
56-44. Dribbling right with the basketball. Now picks it up, passes back up top. Hancock saves it from going to the backcourt. Left-hand side of the floor to Rylan Austin. High screen coming.
This position here where Kimball's discipline really makes them an even tougher team. So athletic, but they have shown they're willing to run a little offense, and don't have it in a deep freeze by any stretch of the imagination, but discipline to take care of the ball.
Skip pass all the way over to Caden Gray. Thought about the three, drives in the lane, throws it underneath, shots up and in. Great look that time. Found Rylan Austin under the basket. Now you wish they played a little wilder than they do. Here's Moses Stevenson, three ball off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Gray, pushing the other way for the Knights all the way to the basket. Tried to slam it, and it goes off the back of the rim. Going down hard under the basket. Jalen Dean Vines was fouled by Moses Stevenson.
See it here. He was going for the tomahawk dunk right here, and Stevenson just went up to challenge him. Good, solid basketball play, just playing hard.
That was not a flagrant foul at all.
Injury, so Dean Vines is going to come out. They called that, and Coach Wagner could actually choose whoever he wanted to shoot the free throws, but I think the sub is going to walk up there and shoot them. Maury Wickware.
Missed the first one. Good call, Coach Wag. 58-44. 14-point ball game. Couple of threes get you right back in the ball game. Next one short. Rebound underneath by Ward. Pushes on the outside, driving up the floor. Langston with the basketball. He's going to jog back and forth. Gives it up to Wilbon up top. Dribbles to the right. Spins in the lane. Goes down the lane. Shoots it up. Reverses it in. Shakur Wilbon.
Crafty right there to shoot that reverse layup back over his head. Kind of use the rim to shield the defense off of him. 2 big points right there, especially after the missed free throws.
12-point ball game. Wilbon with 17 in the game. Underneath, there's going to be a slam. Maury Wickware.
Classic high-low play right there. They executed it to perfection.
Stevenson for 3. No good. Long on the shot. Just barely ticked the rim. Up the floor quickly. Underneath, Hancock has it blocked, taken away by Coleman. Now it's double team, taken back away by Kimball. In underneath the Wickware. He'll spin in the lane, shoot it up, and crawls over the rim.
Tell you what, he's a pretty good load down there in that low post. 6'6" and a sophomore.
Drive to the basket. Foul going to be called on the drive against Kimball. Foul's going to be on Maury Wickware, his 3rd. Wilbon to the line.
Watching on TV right here in the Wickware against Wilbon down there in the low post. Total mismatch. Wickware pays it off.
Up and good by Wilbon. 18 points for Shakur Wilbon. Bobby Ross coming back in the ball game.
Wagner basically made several substitutions out there trying to get some fresh people back in the game. We got to go defensive pressure on the other end. It's a tough call right now. Down 15, make it 14, but you got to come up with some defensive stops on this end.
Cam Sherman back in the game as well, number 35 for the Matadors.
Estacado's going to go back into their half-court trap. Kimball went right through it in the first half, and not much trouble with it here either.
Got it to the high post, double team coming. They swing it around, driving, now waiting is Gray. He'll back it back out. Be a hard team to catch up with if the way they take care of the basketball. There's a lob up over the top. Wickware going to shoot it up, no good. Whistle. Maybe a good foul right there because Kimball had the rebound. Foul's going to be on Cameron Sherman, his 1st.
Another example right there where good big is nice to have. They just kind of throw it over the top of the defense that's playing in front of Carr. Between his height advantage and the way he jumps, he's able to just go get that lob pass, get himself to the line, but another miss, giving Estacado a chance.
62-48. Look at the Estacado cheerleaders if you're watching on YouTube. Next free throw, no good. Rebound Estacado. Wilburn comes away with it. Up the floor to Langston. He'll hesitate, try to go by on the outside. Going to be a foul called. Holding foul called on the far side. It's going to be on number 2, Jalen Dean Vines. Up top to Wilbon in the center circle. Dribbling against Caden Gray. Spins in the right elbow, scoops it up, rolls across, rebound. Bobby Ross had it, and it went across to Sherman, and he put it in. Cameron Sherman with his first 2 points of the ball game.
Good job battling by Estacado to come up with that rebound and put back.
Hancock lost it, got it back, shot it up, going to be short. Oh, rebound had it. Estacado had it. They were the only ones there. They tipped it out. That goes back to Kimball. 3:24 to go in the ball game. 62-50, 12-point ball game.
Kimball is going to spread it out and try to use their quickness advantage, attacking the rim out of the spread set.
Drive to the basket, no good. Off the rim and up and in by Lance Carr on the slam. 64-50, a 14-point ball game. Going to be a full timeout. 3:08 to go. 64-50. Estacado trailing Dallas Kimball Here on the Texas Sports Marketing Radio Network and Lubbock ISD YouTube. The basketball, Armand Ward going to pull up at the left elbow and put it in.
Timeout, quick timeout by Coach Wagner. He's going to go full timeout as well.
We'll keep it here.
That was a nice play by Estacado right there, attacking kind of a little trap, maybe half-court trap situation out of Kimball. And Estacado just did a great job of attacking it. Swung the ball around to Armand Ward. He got that penetration. It's about a 15-foot jump shot, and he nailed it. And now Coach Wag's got to come up with a defensive answer right here. It's tough because you got great ball handlers down here for Kimball, and also they're just big enough to kind of see over the top. And so the press has not had an effect on Kimball yet.
64-52. There you saw the play again on Lubbock ISD YouTube. Do want to thank the Lubbock ISD TV 12 crew for bringing the truck, getting everything set up and ready to getting this on YouTube tonight. We really appreciate them that they put the work in, get the camera work, do all of that. And we appreciate their hard work. Elizabeth, Nathan, Ben, a bunch of the key people here working hard. And we appreciate our radio network. I can tell you, it's been with us in every sport all the way along. Talk 1340 AM, 103.9 FM. They have been so good to Lubbock ISD athletics. Pressure in the backcourt. Estacado's going to have to put the pressure on them. They'll just run clock, will the Knights. Cam Sherman covering out, going to give it over to Hancock. He'll drive in, shoot it up and in, and draw the foul. Cam Sherman with his second foul.
One of the things so tough about playing teams that spread or to have the ability to spread it is get a little penetration, help comes. They've got an easy pass, which is get going downhill towards the basket, and the help is out of position to recover back.
Hancock makes it.
Plays.
11 points in the game for Hancock. Langston dribbling the ball. He'll drive, going to pull up, shoot it up, short, rebound, taken away by Kimball. 67-52, 2:20 to go in the game. Driving, trip going to be called on Wilbon, I believe. Referee showed the trip. I don't really think it was that exaggerated. Y'all, Wilbon, Shakir Wilbon is just a sophomore. I'm telling you, this guy is a player.
He has a real chance to be big time.
Caden Gray at the line, shooting two. He makes the first one. 68-52. Gray's a junior. He makes them both. 6 points in the game for Caden Gray. Pressure in the backcourt by Gray. A long pass over the head of Stevenson and out of bounds from Armand Ward.
Ward needed one more guy in the backcourt with him to be able to throw it cross court instead of trying to throw it over the top of that. And with that trap coming in his face, that pass just airmailed on him.
69-52. Knots with the basketball. Ryland Austin, they still dribbling, gives it away to Gray now. Way out on the floor, the count is on. Now to Jalen Hancock, he'll give it back to Gray.
Kimball in full out delay right here. I think probably they're going to finish this one off at the free throw line.
Shakur Wilbon will go foul. Caden Gray. Got one.
Bad news for Class 4A is a lot of you guys for Kimball are underclassmen. They're going to have a lot to come back next year, be very solid again.
Next one short. Kendrion Coleman with the rebound. Coleman can get up, coach. He takes it inside, tries to make it, gets a rebound, pump fake, blocked from behind. Foul going to be called. Coleman's a senior, only 6'1", but he's pretty talented. He's a good jumper. They called it on 15.
They did, yes.
Lance Carr, I don't guess we need to see the game. Makes the first one. Lance Carr coming out of the ball game for Kimball. 1:17 to go, 70-53. Rattles in and out on the second free throw. Gray dribbling the ball up the floor. Wickware back to Gray. He'll drive to the baseline, pass it back to the outside, almost knocked away. And now a push going to be called on Shakur Wilbon. That's his fourth foul, all in the second half. 70-53. We got some talking going on. Figured Hancock would be there. And Jalen Dean Vines. The Estacado player that was there in the mix was Cameron Sherman. Free throws up and good by Ryland Austin. Next free throw bounces around and goes in. Estacado back the other way quickly. Shot from the corner, up and no good. Rebound and put back, no good that time by Wilbon. What a job to get in there and get the rebound. Now back up the floor, 35 seconds to go, 72-53. In the game now, Byron Hastings, a 6'2" senior. He's number 40. Coach getting him in, the senior. Also underneath, there's a reverse under the basket, up and in by Maury Wickware. Ivan Jackson, a 6-foot senior, number 4, also in the game. There's a shot at the basket, up and in by Shakur Wilbon. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Doesn't amount to anything, but it's good to see Wilbon get one more bucket right there. I'll tell you what, he's played well, played his heart out, and this is an outstanding finish again right here around number 23, which is Jalen Hancock. And Shakur Wilbon really showing what kind of player he's going to be for a couple more years for the Big E.
Coming out of the game for Estacado, senior Moses Stevenson. He'll finish his career with 7 points Also coming out of the game, Armand Ward, a 6'3 senior. He'll finish with 14. And at the line is Shakur Wilbon. He'll have a chance to complete this three-point play. Chandrick Smith and Raheem Hunter in the game, and Wilbon makes it. I thought he would. 9 seconds, they'll count it down here. Ball's loose on the far side. Chandrick Smith is there underneath. Raheem Hunter gets the steal. He'll travel with the basketball, but it will not matter. That's going to do it. The Estacado Matadors fall here to Dallas Kimball by a final score of 74-56 to the Kimball Knots here. They'll shake hands. Kimball Knots will head to the state championship ball game. We don't know against who just yet, but they're playing tonight. And they'll have a great chance, Coach, to win the state championship, I would think.
I would think it'd take a pretty stout team to beat them from what we saw tonight.
74-56. Coach Dean and I will come back and close this one out, give you the final numbers in the ball game for the Estacado Matadors and the Kimball Knots here in this regional and this state semifinal ball game. So stay tuned to Texas Sports Marketing Radio Network and Lubbock. I don't know whether you two will stay with us or not, but if they do, you can stay tuned, and we'll be back with that, closing that out as well.
This has been a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.